Most people think relaxing is simple. You sit down, you breathe, you let go. But for a lot of people, it isn't that easy. You finally get a moment to rest, and instead of actually resting, your mind starts running, going over everything you didn't finish, everything that could go wrong, everything you feel like you should be doing instead of sitting there. The harder you try to relax, the busier your mind seems to become. So why does the brain fight rest even when the body is exhausted? By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what's happening, and more importantly, how to finally give your mind permission to slow down without feeling guilty. Don't go anywhere. Most people spend the whole week looking forward to the weekend, to that moment where they can finally sit down, do nothing, and just breathe. And then the weekend comes, and instead of feeling peaceful, they feel restless, anxious, like they're forgetting something important, like they should be doing something productive instead of just sitting there. So they pick up their phone, they check their email, they start mentally running through the week ahead. And before they know it, the weekend is over, and they never actually rested at all. Sound familiar? A lot of people live like this, not because they don't want to relax, but because somewhere along the way, their brain learned that stillness isn't safe. Think about someone you know who can never just sit still. Someone who always has to be doing something, always has a new project, a new plan, always busy. And when you ask them how they are, they say they're tired, always tired, but they never slow down. Most people look at that person and think they just love being busy. That's just their personality. But what if it's not a personality trait at all? What if staying busy is actually how they cope? What if the moment things go quiet, something uncomfortable rises to the surface that they'd rather not face? Because here's what most people don't realize. For a lot of us, busyness isn't a lifestyle. It's a hiding place. When you're busy, you don't have to think about the things that are bothering you. You don't have to sit with the feelings you've been pushing down. You don't have to face the questions you've been too afraid to answer. So the brain keeps the engine running, not because there's somewhere to go, but because stopping feels more dangerous than exhausting yourself. And here's the cruel irony. The more you run from rest, the more you need it. The more tired you get, the more overwhelmed everything feels, until eventually your body forces the stop, through illness, through burnout, or through a breakdown that catches you completely off guard. Most people only stop when they have no choice. And even then, even lying flat on their back, their mind is still racing. So what is actually going on inside the brain that makes it so resistant to rest? Because it's not random, and it's not a personal failure. There's a very specific reason this happens. And once you understand it, you'll never look at your restlessness the same way again. A lot of us grew up in environments where being still felt dangerous. Maybe things at home were unpredictable. Maybe you learned early that you had to stay alert, stay ready, because you never knew what was coming next. Maybe relaxing meant letting your guard down, and letting your guard down meant getting caught off guard. So your brain adapted. It learned to stay on, to keep scanning, to treat stillness as a threat instead of a reward. And even if your life looks completely different now, even if things are stable and safe on the surface, that old wiring doesn't just switch off. It keeps running quietly in the background, like an app you forgot to close. So when you finally sit down to rest, your brain doesn't feel relief. It feels exposed. Like something is wrong because nothing is wrong. Like the quiet itself is suspicious. And this creates a pattern that most people spend their whole lives trapped in. Work until you can't. Crash. Feel guilty for crashing. Get back up and work until you can't again. Never actually recovering. Just cycling between exhaustion and guilt. And what makes this even harder is that the world around you rewards the business. It celebrates the grind. It makes rest feel like laziness, like something you have to earn before you're allowed to have it. But there's something even deeper underneath all of this. Here's something most people have never stopped to consider. A lot of the time, the reason the brain won't let you relax has nothing to do with your workload. It has everything to do with your identity. For a lot of people, being busy is who they are. It's how they measure their worth. It's how they prove to themselves and everyone around them that they matter, that they're doing enough, that they deserve to take up space. And when that business stops, even for a weekend, a quiet panic sets in. Because if I'm not productive, who am I? If I'm not achieving something, what am I worth? Think about the last time someone asked you how you've been. How often did your answer revolve around how busy you are, how much you have on your plate, how little sleep you've been getting? Most people wear exhaustion like a badge of honor, because in a world that equates busyness with importance, being tired starts to feel like proof that you matter. But here's what that belief quietly costs you. When you can't rest, you can't recover. When you can't recover, your thinking gets cloudy. Your patience runs thin. Your relationships start to suffer. The work you're so committed to gets worse, not better, because you're running on empty and calling it dedication. And the saddest part is that most people don't even realize it's happening. They just feel overwhelmed all the time, disconnected, like they're moving through life without ever really feeling present in it. That low hum of anxiety that never fully goes away, that's not just stress. It's a nervous system that has forgotten what safe feels like. And you can't think your way out of it. You can't simply decide to relax and expect it to work. Because the brain doesn't respond to instructions, it responds to signals. And right now, for a lot of people, every signal it's receiving says, keep going. So what do you actually do about it? So how do you teach a brain that's been wired for survival to finally accept rest? The answer isn't a bubble bath or a vacation. Those things might help for a while, but they don't change the pattern. What changes the pattern is repetition. Slowly and consistently showing your nervous system that stillness is safe. Here's how you begin. Step 1. Stop waiting until you've earned rest. Most people treat rest like a reward. Something they get after they've finished everything. Achieved enough, done enough. But that finish line never comes. There will always be one more thing. Rest isn't a reward for productivity. It's what makes productivity possible. Start treating it that way. Schedule it the same way you schedule your work. Put it in your day like it matters, because it does. Step 2. Start with just 2 minutes of doing nothing. Not meditating. Not breathing exercises. Just sitting. No phone. No background noise. Just you and the discomfort of stillness. It will feel strange at first. Your brain will throw thoughts at you like it's trying to keep you busy. Let them come. Don't chase them. Just sit. 2 minutes a day is enough to start retraining the pattern. And over time, 2 minutes becomes 5. 5 becomes 10. And slowly, the quiet stops feeling like a threat. Step 3. Notice the guilt and name it. The next time you sit down to rest and feel that pull of guilt, don't push it away. Just notice it. Say to yourself, there it is. That's the old story. The one that says I have to earn my rest. Naming it, even if it's only in your own mind, creates a little distance between you and the feeling. And that distance is where change begins. Step 4. Redefine what productive means. Rest is productive. Sleep is productive. A walk with no destination is productive. Anything that restores your ability to think clearly, feel deeply, and show up fully for your life, that counts. The moment you start measuring productivity by the energy you restore instead of the number of tasks you complete, everything begins to change. Your brain isn't broken. It's just been running a program that no longer serves you. And programs can be rewritten, but only if you give yourself the space to rewrite them. Rest isn't the opposite of success. For a lot of people, it's the missing piece of it. If this hit home, if you recognized yourself somewhere in this video, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. Someone who's been running on empty and calling it strength. And if you want to keep understanding the hidden psychology behind why you think, feel, and act the way you do, subscribe to Mindforge Theory. Every video is designed to help you understand yourself and the people around you a little better. The next video explores another hidden pattern that's quietly shaping your life without you even realizing it. I'll see you there.